What if I told you the reason your life feels slow, heavy, and drained is because too many people know your next move? The moment you speak, your energy leaks. The moment you announce your plans, you invite doubt, jealousy, and opinions that were never meant to enter your mind. Buddha taught that unnecessary words weaken the spirit. And today, most people lose their peace not because life is hard, but because they share too much. Your life becomes unstoppable the day you choose silence over validation, privacy over attention, and discipline over applause. This video will show you why the strongest version of you is the one nobody knows yet. 1. Your energy expands when you stop explaining yourself. One of the biggest mistakes we make in life is believing we must constantly explain ourselves to others, almost as if our life is a group assignment that everyone needs to approve before we take the next step. But life isn't a team project. Your path is personal, and your decisions belong to you alone. You do not owe anyone a full breakdown of why you want something, why you're changing something, or where you're heading. The more you explain, the more you drain the energy that is supposed to fuel your progress. Every time you talk about your plans too soon, your mind loses the fire that could have turned those plans into reality. When you share your dreams with people who cannot see what you see, you invite confusion. When you express your goals to people who think small, they make your goals look unrealistic. Sometimes people judge you, sometimes they misunderstand you, and sometimes they simply cannot imagine the version of you that you are trying to become. They don't even have to be negative or harmful. Many times, they just don't understand your vision. And misunderstanding alone is enough to plant seeds of doubt, worry, and hesitation in your mind. In Buddhist wisdom, unnecessary speech is known as one of the greatest leaks of spiritual energy. Words carry power, and every time you speak, you release some of it. When you talk too much about what you plan to do, your brain feels a fake sense of accomplishment, as if the work has already been done. That's why over-talkers rarely achieve their goals, because talking replaces action. But when you stop explaining yourself, everything inside you begins to shift. Your energy becomes more concentrated instead of scattered. Your focus sharpens. Your mind stops seeking approval and starts seeking progress. You no longer waste emotional energy defending your decisions to people who don't even live your life. You start acting without asking. You start moving without announcing. You start making quiet progress instead of loud promises. This silence builds momentum. Slowly, your discipline grows because you are no longer performing your life for an audience. You are living it for yourself. That momentum turns into confidence, and that confidence creates results that speak louder than any explanation ever could. People will see your transformation, not because you talked about it, but because you built it silently. When you stop explaining yourself, you protect your dreams. You protect your peace. You protect your future. Your energy stops leaking outward and begins expanding inward. You become stronger, clearer, and more in control of your path. You finally begin to feel aligned with the person you truly are and the person you are becoming. 2. Silence protects you more than people do. Silence is one of the most misunderstood forms of strength. Many people believe silence means weakness, shyness, or fear, but in reality, silence is one of the strongest shields a person can carry. When you stay silent, you are not retreating, you are protecting. You are protecting your peace, your plans, your energy, and the delicate process of your personal growth. What most people don't realize is that the things you say can be used against you, but the things you keep quiet can never be touched. When you speak too much, you invite people into parts of your life they have no right to enter. You give them access to your emotions, your thoughts, your insecurities, and your private decisions. Even the people closest to you can sometimes misunderstand you, judge you, or unintentionally shake your confidence. Not because they are evil, but because they interpret your life through their own fears, limitations, and experiences. In many cases, people harm you without even trying. They simply do not see the world through your eyes. Silence protects you from this type of unintentional damage. It keeps your inner world safe from unnecessary noise. It prevents people from interfering with decisions they do not fully understand. It stops outsiders from adding confusion to a path they were never meant to walk. When you stay silent, you create distance between your thoughts and their opinions, giving yourself the space to think clearly and choose wisely. In Buddhism, silence is seen as a form of wisdom. It is believed that unnecessary speech drains the mind and makes it vulnerable to outside influence. But silent observation strengthens intuition. Silence turns your attention inward, allowing you to hear your own thoughts more clearly. When you are quiet, you can feel your inner truth more deeply. You can distinguish between your voice and the voices imposed on you by society, family, friends, or strangers. Another powerful thing about silence is that it removes unnecessary conflict from your life. Most arguments start because someone felt the need to respond, defend, or prove something. But when you remain silent, you refuse to participate in chaos. You choose peace over ego, clarity over noise, and self-control over emotional reaction. This doesn't make you passive, it makes you wise. It means you know what deserves your energy and what does not. Silence also protects your goals. When you talk too much about what you want to achieve, you become vulnerable to envy, criticism, and doubt. Some people may discourage you simply because they cannot imagine your potential. Others may secretly hope you fail so they feel better about their own lack of progress. But when you move silently, no one can block what they cannot see. No one can sabotage what they do not know. No one can interfere with a plan that only exists inside your mind. And the best part is that silence makes you unpredictable. People cannot track your next move, control your direction, or influence your decisions. You become someone who acts without warning, grows without announcement, and changes without permission. That unpredictability gives you power, because no one can prepare for a version of you they cannot predict. Ultimately, silence is your greatest emotional and spiritual protection. It guards your progress, your mental clarity, your emotional strength, and your long-term goals. When you choose silence, you choose focus. When you choose silence, you choose peace. When you choose silence, you choose yourself. 3. Privacy removes the wrong people. Automatically, one of the most liberating truths in life is realizing that you do not need to confront, argue, block, or fight with anyone to remove them from your life. You simply need to become more private. Privacy is not just a habit, it is a natural filter. When you stop sharing everything about your life, you instantly discover who truly cares for you and who was only interested in what you could provide them. The right people stay, the wrong people slowly lose interest, and the balance of your life begins to restore itself without force. People who are drawn to drama, gossip, or entertainment rely on your openness to stay connected. They feed on your updates, your struggles, your problems, your achievements, your mistakes, and your emotions. But once you stop feeding them information, they quietly drift away because there is nothing left for them to consume. Privacy becomes a silent boundary that requires no explanation. By simply keeping your life details to yourself, you naturally distance yourself from people who were never meant to be close in the first place. Privacy is also a mirror. When you reduce access to your inner world, people reveal their true intentions. Those who were with you only out of curiosity or convenience disappear first. They vanish because their connection to you was never about loyalty or respect. It was about what they could take from your mind, your emotions, or your story. You learn quickly who only cared when there was drama and who cared even when there was silence. At the same time, privacy attracts a better kind of person. When you become a more private individual, people who value peace, respect boundaries, and move with maturity feel safer around you. They admire the fact that you don't overshare. They respect your quiet discipline, They match your energy instead of draining it. These are the people who understand that closeness is not built through constant talking, but through consistent presence. The truth is, most people feel entitled to know what you're doing, thinking, or planning, even when they contribute nothing to your life. But the moment you decide to keep things to yourself, you take that entitlement away from them. Privacy gives you power because it takes back control of your thoughts, your decisions, and your inner life. Once you stop giving the world front-row access to your life, the wrong audience naturally leaves. Another beautiful aspect of privacy is that it reduces conflict. When you keep your life quiet, people have less to judge, criticize, question, or compare. You no longer feel pressure to explain yourself. You no longer feel the need to justify your actions. You no longer waste emotional energy trying to make people understand things they were never meant to understand. Privacy releases you from the exhausting cycle of trying to please or convince others. Privacy also strengthens your intuition. When you are constantly surrounded by other people's voices, opinions, and expectations, it becomes difficult to hear your own inner guidance. But when you become more private, you create space for your inner voice to rise above the noise. You learn to trust yourself more deeply. You begin making choices based on your own clarity rather than the influence of others. And perhaps the most powerful outcome of privacy is this. It protects your future from being tampered with by people who shouldn't be anywhere near it. When you share too much, you give others the ability to interfere, directly or indirectly. Some may discourage you, some may envy you, some may secretly wish for your downfall because your growth threatens their comfort. But when you keep your life private, you protect your destiny from becoming polluted by external negativity. In a world where everyone overshares everything, choosing privacy is a radical act of self-respect. It is choosing peace over attention, growth over validation, and authenticity over approval. The moment you stop giving people access to your inner world, your life becomes clearer, your circle becomes smaller, your heart becomes lighter, and the wrong people fade away without a single confrontation. Privacy is not about pushing people away. It is about allowing the right ones to remain. 4. Your discipline grows faster when no one is watching. There is a kind of strength that can only be developed in silence, when no one is clapping for you, when no one is motivating you, when no one is checking on your progress, and when no one even knows what you are working on. This is the raw, unfiltered territory where real discipline is born. Discipline does not grow in front of an audience. It grows when you are alone in the quiet corners of your life, facing the reality of your own choices without excuses, without attention, without applause. Many people talk about their goals publicly because it makes them feel productive. When they announce their plans, they receive instant validation, likes, compliments, encouragement, and praise. But that praise is deceptive. It gives your brain the same dopamine rush as actually achieving the goal, which tricks you into feeling satisfied before any real work has been done. This is why so many people talk big but fail to follow through. Their words replace their discipline. Their announcements become a substitute for action. But when you decide to move in silence, that illusion disappears. There is no external approval to comfort you, no one praising your potential, no one celebrating the version of you that only exists in imagination. In silence, you only have yourself, and that is where the magic begins. Without the noise of others, you are forced to rely on your own inner drive. You start waking up early, not because someone is proud of you, but because you know you must. You stay consistent, not because people are watching, but because you made a promise to yourself. You push through difficulties not to impress anyone, but because giving up no longer aligns with who you want to become. This solitude strengthens you in ways people rarely talk about. It shows you that your progress depends entirely on your own actions. It teaches you that no amount of motivation from others can replace the discipline you must build within. Every quiet day you show up, every silent hour you work, every moment you resist the temptation to quit, you create a stronger version of yourself than before. Discipline grows fastest when no one is watching because there is no pressure to perform. You are free to fail privately. You are free to learn without embarrassment. You are free to start over without feeling judged. You become more honest with yourself because there is no one to impress. You realize what you're truly capable of when everything depends on your consistency rather than your words. In Buddhism, the path of self-mastery is deeply tied to internal discipline. It teaches that transformation must begin within, not in the eyes of others. When you walk this path quietly, you begin to understand the difference between external motivation and internal purpose. External motivation fades quickly. It disappears when people stop watching, but internal purpose grows stronger the more you feed it with silent action. Another powerful reason discipline grows in silence is that distractions fade away. When your goals are not public, people cannot interfere with them. They cannot rush you, question you, compare you, or discourage you. You are free to move at your own pace, make mistakes privately, and improve without pressure. This allows your discipline to take root deeply without being disturbed by outer voices. And as the days go by, something remarkable happens. You begin to respect yourself more. You trust yourself more. You realize that you can rely on your own consistency and not on temporary motivation. You start to see results, not instantly, but steadily. And each small result builds more confidence, which then strengthens your discipline even further. The cycle becomes unstoppable. This is why the people who rise the highest are always the ones who train in silence. They understand that growth requires privacy. They understand that pressure from others weakens focus. They understand that discipline is not built by talking about the work. It is built by doing the work repeatedly, quietly, relentlessly. Your silent discipline becomes your secret strength. It becomes the foundation of your growth, the engine of your transformation, the reason you succeed when others give up. When no one is watching, you become more powerful than anyone realizes, because the strongest version of you is the one built in solitude. 5. People respect results, not announcements. One of the most important lessons you will ever learn is that people don't respect what you say you will do, they respect what you actually do. Words are cheap. Promises are easy. Announcements create noise but no real impact. Anyone can talk about their dreams, their goals, their future or their plans, but only a small percentage of people follow through with silent, consistent action. The world is filled with talkers who never move, and that is why results have become rare and respected. When you talk too much about what you want to achieve, you create a false version of success in people's minds. They begin to see you as someone who plans big, not someone who does big, and without realizing it, your words begin to lose their power. People start expecting more talk and less action from you. Eventually, they stop taking your words seriously. But when you move in silence, the story changes completely. You no longer use your voice to build an image. You use your actions to build a life. You no longer announce every step. You let your progress unfold naturally, without explanation. You start focusing on doing the work instead of talking about the work, and in time, your results speak so loudly that people cannot ignore them. The truth is, the moment you start showing results, the same people who doubted you become quiet. Those who questioned you begin to observe. Those who underestimated you begin to respect you. And those who never supported you begin to wonder how you achieved so much without telling anyone. That is the power of silent action. It shifts the balance of power in your favor without you having to say a single word. Talking creates temporary excitement, but results create permanent impact. Words make people curious, but results make them respectful. When your actions produce something real, something visible, undeniable, tangible, people automatically change how they see you. You didn't have to argue. You didn't have to prove anything. You didn't have to convince them. You simply did the work, and the work convinced them for you. There is also a psychological reason behind this. When you announce your goals, your mind feels rewarded, as if you have already completed something. That false sense of progress kills your drive. But when you keep your goals private, your hunger stays alive. Your mind remains focused. Your motivation stays sharp. You do the work because no one else knows what you're doing, which means no one else can interrupt, judge, or influence the process. Another powerful aspect of letting results speak is that you protect yourself from unnecessary pressure. When you announce your goals publicly, people expect updates. They expect progress. They expect explanations. This pressure often slows you down because now you're not working from passion. You're working from fear of judgment. But when you work quietly, there is no pressure. No one is waiting. No one is checking. No one is measuring your timeline. You move at your own pace, and that freedom allows you to grow more naturally and effectively. In Buddhism, it is taught that true strength is shown through action, not through display. A tree does not announce that it is growing, it simply grows. A flower does not ask for applause, it simply blooms. A mountain does not warn you of its greatness, it simply stands tall. Similarly, your growth needs no announcement. The people who need to notice will notice at the right time. And something beautiful happens when you stop announcing your plans. You start announcing your progress. Not through words, but through transformation. Your habits change. Your mindset sharpens. Your lifestyle improves. Your results become undeniable. People begin to see a version of you that was once invisible. They cannot deny what is right in front of them. Results transform your reputation. Results silence critics. Results inspire others. Results prove your discipline. Results reveal the truth about your character. No argument, no explanation, and no speech can create the kind of respect that real results create effortlessly. So remember this: talk less, do more. Let your work be louder than your voice. Let your growth be louder than your promises. Let your transformation be louder than your explanations. People forget what you said, but they will never forget what you achieved. Your silence builds the results. Your results build the respect. 6. Your next level requires a version of you others have never met. Reaching the next level of your life is not about becoming a slightly improved version of who you are today. It is about becoming someone entirely new. Transformation is not a small upgrade. It is a complete shift in identity. And the truth most people never understand is that you cannot become a new version of yourself while being watched, judged, or defined by people who only know the old you. Your next level requires privacy because evolution requires freedom. Freedom from expectations, freedom from pressure, freedom from the limitations people place on your past. People around you unconsciously lock you into an identity. They see you as the person you used to be, not the person you are becoming. They remember your old habits, your old behavior, your old mistakes, your old decisions, and they project that image onto your future. Even when you are changing, they continue to treat you as if you are the same, and if you are not careful, you begin to believe them. You begin to behave like your old self because that is the version of you they accept the most. This is the silent trap that destroys growth, being surrounded by people who do not allow you to evolve. This is why your next level requires silence. When you go quiet, you disconnect from the voices that keep you tied to your past. You create space to explore new mindsets, new habits, new routines, new ambitions, and new ways of thinking. You begin to shape yourself without interference. You stop being who people expect you to be and start becoming who your soul always wanted you to be. In Buddhism, inner transformation is considered a sacred process, a process that happens privately, internally, quietly. Just like a seed transforms underground before breaking through the soil, Your growth must begin in the darkness of solitude before it becomes visible to the world. If someone were to dig up the seed too early, it would die. In the same way, when people try to judge, question, or interfere with your early stages of growth, they slow your evolution or destroy it before it even begins. You must understand that the version of you who belongs to your next chapter will not look like the version of you others are familiar with. This new version may have different priorities. It may think differently, act differently, choose differently, and dream differently. It may no longer tolerate certain habits, environments, or people, and that shift will threaten those who depend on the old version of you for their comfort. There is also the emotional weight of evolution. Growth requires discomfort, self-awareness, self-discipline, and honesty. It means admitting where you've been wrong. It means letting go of behaviors that no longer serve you. It means facing weaknesses you've avoided. It means breaking patterns you've repeated for years. Doing all of this while being watched or judged makes the process 10 times harder, but doing it in silence gives you the space to grow at your own pace without feeling exposed or pressured. Transformation also requires solitude because solitude allows self-discovery. When you are surrounded by others, their opinions mix with your thoughts, and you lose the ability to hear your own inner wisdom. But when you choose silence, you begin to understand yourself more deeply, your desires, your triggers, your strengths, your fears, your boundaries, and your purpose. You begin to shape a new identity based on clarity instead of confusion, intention instead of impulse, and authenticity instead of expectation. And the most powerful part of moving in silence is this: when you finally reveal the new version of yourself, the world has no choice but to accept it. They may be surprised, they may be shocked, they may say, "You've changed." But change is exactly the point. You were not meant to stay the same. You were not meant to fit the outdated image people had of you. You were meant to evolve, rise, and step into a higher version of yourself, even if no one understands the journey it took to get there. Your next level demands a level of strength, focus, and dedication that cannot coexist with the distractions of external validation. You must build yourself in silence, transform internally, and allow your actions, not your words, to reveal who you have become. When you rise quietly, no one can interrupt your progress. No one can force you backward. No one can limit your identity. No one can hold you to your past. In silence, you become free to create a future that reflects your true potential, not your old reputation. Remember, the version of you required for your next level is someone the world has not met yet, and they will meet that version only when you are ready, not when they expect it. 7. Solitude shows you who you really are. There is a kind of truth that can only be found when everything around you becomes quiet. A kind of truth that does not reveal itself in noise, in crowds, in conversations, or in constant interaction. It reveals itself only in solitude, when you are alone with your thoughts, your emotions, and your inner world. People often fear solitude because it exposes the parts of themselves they have spent years avoiding. But in Buddhism, solitude is considered a sacred teacher, a mirror that reflects your true nature without distortion. When you stop filling your life with distractions, entertainment, gossip, conversations, and outside expectations, you finally begin to see who you really are beneath all the layers you have been wearing for the world. Solitude is not the absence of people, it is the presence of awareness. It is a moment when you stop performing and start existing. It is where your thoughts slow down, your breathing deepens, and your attention turns inward. Most people do not truly know themselves because they never allow themselves to sit alone long enough to listen to the voice that speaks from within. They drown their inner guidance with noise. They avoid their unresolved emotions by staying in constant motion. They try to outrun their fears by surrounding themselves with others. But the truth is simple. You cannot outrun yourself. Wherever you go, you carry your thoughts, your patterns, your wounds, and your truth with you. Solitude simply brings them into the light so you can finally work with them instead of ignoring them. When you embrace solitude, you begin to understand your real motivations. You learn why you react the way you do, why you choose the things you choose, why certain situations trigger you, and why certain people drain you. You gain clarity about the direction you want your life to go. You start hearing your own intuition instead of everyone else's opinions. And in that clarity, you begin to make decisions that are aligned with your true self, rather than decisions influenced by comparison, pressure, fear, or ego. Solitude also reveals your emotional landscape. In the quiet, you can feel emotions that have been buried for months or even years. The sadness you pushed aside, the anger you never expressed, the frustration you hid, the dreams you suppressed, the self-doubt you ignored. These emotions rise to the surface not to punish you, but to free you. You cannot let go of anything you refuse to acknowledge. Solitude gives these emotions room to breathe and eventually dissolve. It becomes a form of self-healing that no conversation, relationship, or distraction can provide. And as you sit with yourself, you begin to understand your values more clearly. You discover what truly matters to you, not what society says should matter, not what your friends value, not what your family expects, but what you, deep down, know is meaningful. You begin to redefine success, happiness, peace, and purpose based on your own inner truth rather than external validation. This is one of the greatest gifts solitude can offer, the ability to create a life that is authentically yours, shaped not by the world outside, but by the world within. Another powerful aspect of solitude is that it strengthens your relationship with yourself. You learn to enjoy your own company. You stop depending on others to fill your emptiness or validate your existence. You stop using people as a distraction from your inner discomfort. You begin to feel whole by yourself. This inner wholeness makes you emotionally independent. It stops you from chasing attention, approval, or relationships that harm your peace. It teaches you that you can stand alone without falling, and that inner strength changes everything. Your decisions become clearer, your boundaries become stronger, and your self-respect becomes unshakable. Solitude also enhances your creativity. When your mind is not constantly absorbing outside information, it becomes free to create. Ideas begin to flow naturally. Inspiration rises from within you instead of coming from external noise. The greatest thinkers, artists, monks, innovators, and leaders in history often spent long periods in solitude because they understood that quiet environments nurture original thinking. When you are alone, there are no voices telling you what is possible or impossible. You begin to imagine freely, dream more boldly, and think more deeply. Your next breakthrough is often hidden behind the door of solitude. But perhaps the most transformative power of solitude is this: it reveals your inner peace. When you sit alone long enough, you realize that life's greatest peace does not come from people, possessions, or achievements. It comes from being comfortable with yourself. When you are no longer afraid of being alone, the world loses its power to control your emotions. You stop seeking happiness outside. You stop chasing things that were never meant to complete you. You learn that joy is not something you pursue. It is something you uncover within yourself. Solitude brings you back to that inner home, the place where your spirit rests, your mind quiets, and your heart breathes freely. And slowly, your relationship with the world begins to change. You stop reacting impulsively. You stop taking things personally. You stop letting external situations disturb your inner balance. Silence becomes your teacher, and solitude becomes your sanctuary. You begin to move through life with a calmer mind, a clearer heart, and a deeper sense of purpose. The things that once overwhelmed you no longer control you because you have developed inner stability. This stability comes from facing yourself, learning from yourself, and understanding yourself in the quiet moments others avoid. Solitude also helps you recognize who truly deserves space in your life. When you are alone, You can see clearly which connections lift your energy and which ones drain it. You notice who respects your boundaries and who tries to cross them. You recognize who loves you genuinely and who only stays when you are useful to them. Solitude protects you from unhealthy attachments because it shows you that you do not need anyone to complete you. When you feel whole by yourself, you only allow people into your life who add peace, not chaos. And in the long journey of silence and solitude, something extraordinary happens. You meet your higher self, the part of you that is wise, intuitive, calm, compassionate, and spiritually awake. This higher self has always been inside you, but the noise of the world made it difficult to hear. In solitude, that voice becomes louder. It guides you, encourages you, warns you, teaches you, and leads you toward a better version of yourself. This connection to your higher self is the essence of spiritual growth. It is the foundation of emotional mastery. It is the beginning of a life lived with purpose, clarity, and inner freedom. So understand this. Solitude is not loneliness. Solitude is alignment. Loneliness is when you miss others. Solitude is when you find yourself. It is a sacred space where your soul unfolds, your mind clears, your emotions stabilize, and your purpose becomes visible. It is where you reconnect with the truth you forgot while trying to meet the world's expectations. It is where you return to your center. And once you learn to love the silence within you, nothing outside of you can disturb your peace again. 8. The less you are seen, the more power you build within yourself. There is a quiet truth that most people never understand until much later in life. The less you allow yourself to be seen, judged, accessed, and observed by the world, the more power you begin to build within yourself. Modern life encourages exposure. It encourages being visible, being loud, being active, and being constantly involved in everything. But Buddhist wisdom teaches the opposite. Real power grows in the unseen spaces of your life, in the private corners of your mind, and in the silent moments no one else knows about. The louder the world becomes, the more valuable your invisibility becomes. Being unseen does not mean being insignificant. Being unseen means you are gathering strength, clarity, and depth in ways the world cannot measure. When you are not constantly reacting to others, explaining yourself, performing for an audience, or proving anything to anyone, you have more energy to focus on your own transformation. You learn who you are without interruption. You shape your identity without pressure. You grow without comparison. And this type of growth is the strongest kind because it is not influenced by external noise. Visibility often brings distortion. People form opinions about you that have nothing to do with who you truly are. They label you, misunderstand you, and project their own fears, insecurities, or expectations onto you. When you are too visible, your energy becomes scattered. You feel the need to maintain an image, defend your choices, or meet expectations. But when you pull back and live more quietly, you give yourself permission to evolve without being monitored or judged. You begin to prioritize your inner world instead of the world outside. In Buddhism, this concept is deeply rooted in the idea of the inner retreat. It is believed that stepping back from the world, even for short periods, allows the mind to reset, the heart to rebalance, and the spirit to return to its natural state. When you are unseen, you are no longer performing, you are simply being, and in this state of being, you begin to rediscover the wisdom that has always been inside you. There is also something incredibly powerful about withholding your presence. When you are everywhere, your presence loses value. People start expecting you, they take your energy for granted. They assume you will always be available. But when you become more selective, when you interact less, speak less, appear less, you create an aura of strength around you. Your absence speaks louder than your presence ever could. People begin to notice the weight of your silence, because your silence now holds meaning. The less you are seen, the more people wonder what you are becoming. They cannot predict your next move. They cannot judge a journey they cannot observe. They cannot interfere with a path they cannot access. This unpredictability gives you power. When you are not easily read, you cannot be easily controlled. When you are not constantly revealing yourself, no one can use your vulnerabilities against you. You become someone who holds their energy like a shield, quiet, strong, and deeply protected. Being unseen also gives you the freedom to make mistakes privately. You do not have to broadcast every failure or setback. You do not have to feel embarrassed while learning something new. You do not have to explain why you are changing or what you are trying to improve. In your private space, mistakes become teachers rather than sources of shame. You develop resilience because you face challenges without an audience watching you fall. And there is a deeper, more spiritual layer to this truth. The unseen world is where transformation happens. Just like a tree grows its roots underground before reaching toward the sky, your inner growth happens before anyone sees the results. You cannot skip the underground phase. You cannot bypass the quiet work. You cannot grow branches before building strong roots. The less you are seen during this stage, the stronger you become for the stages that follow. Many people rush to show their progress too early. They want validation, they want applause, they want recognition. But early exposure can be dangerous. It puts pressure on a process that is not yet stable. It invites opinions into a space that still needs silence. It exposes something that is still fragile. But when you protect your progress with solitude, you allow your transformation to mature naturally without the noise of comparison or criticism. Being unseen does not mean shrinking. It means preparing. It means conserving your energy so it can be used for growth instead of performance. It means building something real inside yourself before presenting it to the world. It means protecting your soul from distractions so your inner voice can become louder. The people who achieve the deepest transformations often go through long seasons of invisibility. They do not disappear because they are lost. They disappear because they are leveling up. And when the time finally comes for you to step forward, you will not need to announce anything. Your presence will speak for you. Your energy will reveal the work you have done. Your discipline, clarity, and calmness will become obvious. People will wonder how you changed so much, but they will never understand the long, silent hours that shaped you, the private battles you fought, or the inner changes that no one else could see. The less you are seen, the more you grow. The less you speak, the more you understand. The less you reveal, the more you protect your peace. The less you expose, the more control you gain over your life. In a world obsessed with attention, choosing invisibility is an act of power. It is choosing depth over display. It is choosing mastery over performance. It is choosing self-respect over approval. And most importantly, it is choosing yourself over the world. When you embrace the quiet path, you will realize something profound. Your power was never in being visible. It was in being aligned, disciplined, and deeply connected to your inner truth. The world sees the flower, but it never sees the root. The flower blooms for a moment. The root holds the strength for a lifetime. Be the root. 9. Disappear now to reappear stronger later. There is a powerful strategy that very few people understand, and even fewer people are brave enough to practice. Disappearing for a while so you can rebuild yourself in ways the world cannot interrupt. In a society that constantly pushes you to be present, active, visible, and engaged, choosing to disappear feels unusual, misunderstood, even uncomfortable. But in Buddhism, retreating from the world is considered a sacred phase of transformation, one that allows your mind, heart, and spirit to grow without interference. Because the truth is simple, you cannot rebuild yourself while everyone is watching. You cannot rise while people are pulling you in different directions. You cannot evolve while the noise of the world keeps shaking your inner balance. Sometimes the only way to move forward is to step back. Disappearing does not mean running away from life. It means stepping away from distractions so you can finally hear the voice within you. It means separating yourself from environments, conversations, and people who keep you stuck in the same version of yourself. It means withdrawing your energy from places that exhaust you and giving that energy back to your own healing, thinking, planning, and rebuilding. Think of it like a warrior sharpening their sword in a quiet cave. Not because they are afraid of the world, but because they are preparing to face it with greater strength. When you disappear, you remove yourself from the expectations of others. Nobody is waiting for updates. Nobody is judging your progress. Nobody is reminding you of who you used to be. You can evolve without pressure, without comparison, without feeling the need to explain your choices. You can break old habits, develop new skills, heal wounds, rebuild confidence, and reinvent your identity without the weight of external opinions slowing you down. This invisible transformation is far more powerful than any public change because it happens from the inside out. The old version of you needs silence to die. The new version of you needs solitude to grow. And disappearing gives you the safe space to let both processes happen naturally. Think about how nature grows. Seeds break open underground where no one can see them. Caterpillars transform into butterflies inside the darkness of a cocoon. Stars are born in the quiet depths of space, unseen until they burst into light. Everything powerful begins in silence. Your transformation is no different. If you expose it too early, before it is strong enough to survive criticism or misunderstanding, it collapses. But when you protect your growth in silence, it becomes stable, rooted, and unshakable. When you disappear, the world may think you are losing, but in reality, you are resetting. You are rebuilding your mental strength. You are organizing your thoughts. You are clearing emotional clutter. You are creating a new vision for your life. You are unlearning the patterns that kept you small and learning the behaviors that will help you rise. You are putting distance between yourself and the noise that kept you distracted from your true purpose. This quiet phase becomes the foundation of the life you will build later. And during this time of silence, something profound happens. Your intuition becomes louder. You begin to understand what is right for you and what is wrong for you. You begin to see who was supporting you and who was draining you. You begin to recognize what you want and what you should let go of. You begin to understand your emotions instead of running from them. You begin to gain clarity about your path instead of walking blindly through life. Disappearing also reveals the truth about the relationships in your life. The people who care for you do not need constant access to feel connected. The ones who valued you only for convenience, drama, or entertainment will disappear when you do. The ones who truly respect you will understand your silence. The ones who never valued you will be bothered by it. Solitude has its own way of revealing loyalty without confrontation. This phase also teaches you the difference between loneliness and solitude. Loneliness is the fear of being with yourself. Solitude is the liberation of being with yourself. Loneliness feels empty. Solitude feels full. Loneliness comes from disconnection from others. Solitude comes from reconnection with your inner being. When you disappear, you begin to see that you were never truly lonely. You were just disconnected from your own soul. And as you begin to rebuild that connection, you find peace in places you never expected. And then, after enough time has passed, something extraordinary happens. You reappear, not the same, not slightly changed, not improved in small ways. You reappear transformed. You reappear quieter but stronger, softer but sharper, humble but unshakably confident. You carry a new energy, an energy that people notice without you having to say a word. You move differently, you speak differently, you choose differently. Your boundaries become clearer, your decisions become wiser, your presence becomes heavier, deeper, more powerful. People will ask where you went, what happened to you, how you changed so much. They will notice something new in your eyes, your voice, your choices, your aura. but they will never fully understand the silent process that shaped you, because transformation done in solitude is something only you can truly know, and this is the beauty of disappearing. You reappear as someone the world is not prepared for. Disappearing is not a step backward, it is a step inward. And stepping inward is the most powerful step you can ever take, because it prepares you to step forward with strength, clarity, and purpose. The world teaches you to chase visibility, but wisdom teaches you to embrace invisibility when it is necessary. Only in darkness do you learn how to create your own light. So disappear for a while, not to escape life, but to build the life that was meant for you. Disappear so you can heal. Disappear so you can grow. Disappear so you can think clearly. Disappear so you can return as someone stronger, wiser, calmer, and more aligned with your true path. Because when you reappear, you won't be asking the world to understand you. You will simply show them who you have become, and your transformation will speak for itself. 10. When you stop talking, life shows you what truly deserves your voice. There comes a moment in your journey when you finally understand that your voice is one of the most precious forms of energy you possess, not just physically, but spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. Every word you speak carries a piece of you. Every explanation, every argument, every justification, every reaction, every update drains something from your inner reservoir. Yet most people use their voice carelessly, pouring their energy into conversations that do nothing for their growth. They talk to people who cannot hear them, they explain themselves to people who have already judged them, and they try to convince those who have no interest in understanding their truth. But there is a powerful shift that happens when you stop talking unnecessarily, and it changes your life completely. Silence is not just the absence of sound, it is the presence of clarity. When you stop talking, you begin to see and feel everything more clearly. You begin to notice who truly values your words and who only listens to respond. You notice who deserves your time and who only drains it. You notice who respects your silence and who becomes uncomfortable with it. When you speak less, people reveal their true intentions without you having to say a single word. Most people talk because they are afraid of silence. They fear what may rise within them if everything became quiet. They fear confronting their own thoughts, insecurities, and unresolved emotions. They fear being misunderstood. They fear disappointing others. They fear losing connections. But when you finally stop talking, you realize that silence does not remove anything meaningful from your life. It removes everything that was never meant to stay. In Buddhism, silence is considered a form of wisdom. It teaches that speech should serve a purpose: healing, clarity, truth, compassion, or necessary guidance. Every other form of speech is viewed as unnecessary suffering, a leak of energy that weakens the mind. When you stop talking, you stop leaking. You stop giving people access to your emotional state. You stop offering your soul to conversations that do not nourish you. You stop participating in moments that pull you out of alignment. Something powerful happens when you withdraw your words. You discover the difference between reaction and response. Reaction comes from impulse, ego, and emotional instability. Response comes from clarity, understanding, and inner peace. Silence creates the space needed for your mind to slow down so you can respond from wisdom instead of reacting from emotion. Suddenly, things that once triggered you begin to lose their power. Insults no longer shake you. Opinions no longer control you. Drama no longer pulls you in, because silence has made your inner world stronger than the external noise trying to invade it. Another profound shift occurs when you stop talking. People start listening, not because you speak more, but because you speak less. Your words gain weight, your voice gains value. People know that when you finally choose to speak, it is meaningful. You no longer waste breath on nonsense, arguments, gossip, or explanations. Your silence becomes a boundary, and your voice becomes a tool of truth instead of a reaction to chaos. When you speak less, you also begin to observe more. You start noticing the true nature of people, not their words, but their intentions, not their promises, but their patterns, not their charm, but their consistency. When you stop talking, you give yourself the space to watch how people behave when you are no longer feeding them attention. Some will drift away because they were only attached to your energy, not your soul. Others will stay because your silence does not threaten them. Silence becomes the test that exposes what talking was hiding. The beauty of silence is that it also reconnects you with your intuition. When your mind is not busy forming responses, arguments, or explanations, your inner wisdom rises to the surface. You begin to understand what feels right and what feels wrong. You sense who is genuine and who is pretending. You feel which path aligns with your purpose and which path leads to distraction. Life becomes quieter, but your inner world becomes louder, guiding you with a clarity you cannot access in noise. When you stop talking, life also shows you where your energy has been wasted. You realize how much time you spent trying to convince people who never cared. You realize how often you explained yourself to people who had already decided who you were. You realize how many conversations drained you instead of helping you grow. You realize how many battles were unnecessary. You realize how often you reacted impulsively instead of responding intentionally. Silence makes you recognize all the places where your voice was being misused, and slowly you develop a new kind of strength. Quiet strength, a strength that does not need to announce itself, a strength that does not need to prove anything, a strength that comes from self-control, discipline, and inner peace. This strength intimidates the insecure and inspires the awakened. It does not shout, it does not argue. It simply exists, and its presence speaks louder than any words could. When you stop talking, you also stop feeding the ego. The ego loves to speak because speaking creates illusion. Illusion of knowledge, illusion of control, illusion of importance, illusion of superiority. But silence humbles the ego. It reminds you that not everything needs a response. Not every insult deserves acknowledgement. Not every argument needs your presence. Not every situation requires your voice. Silence teaches you to detach from the need to be understood by everyone, because being understood by yourself is far more important. And then comes the final, most powerful truth. When you stop talking, you begin to hear life. You begin to notice the lessons hidden in small moments. You begin to understand things that once confused you. You begin to see patterns that once blinded you. You begin to feel gratitude for the simplest things. You begin to reconnect with your own breath, your own stillness, your own existence. Silence opens a doorway to a deeper consciousness that speech often blocks. When you stop talking, you learn what deserves your voice and what never has again. You learn which people deserve an explanation and which people don't belong in your life. You learn what situations require action and which ones require walking away. You learn when to speak truth and when silence is the truth. Your voice becomes a tool of intention, not reaction. Your silence becomes your greatest power, and your life becomes guided not by noise, but by wisdom. 11. Silence teaches you what strength really is. Most people believe strength comes from how loudly you speak, how confidently you argue, how boldly you confront, or how forcefully you defend yourself. But true strength has nothing to do with volume. True strength is not loud. True strength is not reactive. True strength is not explosive. True strength is silent, calm, controlled, deliberate, and deeply rooted in inner stability. When you practice silence, you begin to understand that the strongest people are the ones who do not need to prove anything. They do not raise their voice. They do not perform anger. They do not over-explain. They do not chase validation. They do not waste energy trying to convince the world. Their power comes from stillness, not noise. Silence is the master teacher of this kind of strength. It trains your mind to stop reacting impulsively. It teaches you to pause before responding. It removes the need to win every argument. It dissolves the desire to be right. It weakens the ego's constant hunger for recognition. It strengthens your ability to choose peace over chaos. Slowly, silence becomes a discipline that transforms you from within, and what grows inside you during that transformation is a level of strength you never imagined you could have. When you stop reacting to everything, the world loses control over you. Most people are controlled by their triggers, by anger, by insecurity, by fear, by pride, by emotional wounds that have never been healed. When something happens, they react instantly, without thinking. They give people the power to control their mood with a single word. They give situations the power to disturb their peace with a single event. They give the world access to their inner calm without even realizing it. Silence teaches you how to take that power back. In silence, you start noticing your emotional patterns. You notice when your ego tries to take over. You notice when you feel the urge to prove yourself. You notice when someone's words sting you because they touched an old wound. You notice when a situation triggers fear or insecurity. In silence, you learn to observe these reactions without acting on them. You realize that the emotion is inside you, not in the world outside. The world is only touching what is unhealed within you, and silence becomes the tool through which you learn to heal instead of react. This is what makes silence so powerful. It reveals your inner weaknesses so you can turn them into strengths. It shows you where your mind is unstable so you can strengthen it. It exposes the areas of your heart that still hurt so you can heal them. It highlights the beliefs that limit you so you can transform them. Silence brings everything hidden inside your inner world into your awareness. And awareness is the first step to mastery. When you train yourself to stay silent during chaos, you begin to develop emotional discipline. Emotional discipline is one of the greatest forms of strength a human being can have. It means you remain steady even when the situation is unstable. It means you stay grounded even when others lose control. It means you choose wisdom over ego, patience over anger, understanding over impulsiveness. Emotional discipline is what makes you unshakable. A person with emotional discipline is someone who cannot be manipulated easily. They do not give in to guilt tripping. They do not fall into traps of provocation. They do not absorb the negativity of others. They do not depend on external circumstances to remain calm. They carry their peace with them, and silence is the shelter that protects that peace. The strongest part of silence is its ability to protect your energy. Every reaction you give takes energy. Every argument you enter weakens you. Every confrontation drains you. Every explanation you offer steals time and mental clarity. But silence protects your energy like armor. It keeps your mind sharp. It keeps your heart steady. It keeps your actions intentional. You no longer waste yourself on things that do not matter. In Buddhism, monks often practice extended periods of noble silence, not because they dislike speaking, but because they understand that silence sharpens awareness, strengthens discipline, and deepens spiritual power. Speech creates distraction. Silence creates focus. Speech expresses emotion. Silence reveals truth. Speech can mislead. Silence leads inward. When you embrace silence, you begin to operate from your inner world rather than being pushed around by the external one. Silence also teaches you the strength of letting go. When you stay silent, you learn to let go of the need to control outcomes. You learn to release your attachment to being understood. You learn to detach from the desire to be right. You learn to accept things without forcing your perspective. Letting go is one of the hardest things a human being can do, and silence trains you to do it effortlessly. As silence becomes part of your life, you begin to realize that most things do not deserve your reaction. Most situations do not deserve your anger. Most arguments do not deserve your involvement. Most people do not deserve access to your emotional world. Silence turns your attention inward so you can protect your peace instead of defending it. It teaches you that peace does not come from winning. It comes from not participating in battles that were never worth fighting. And something profound begins to happen. Your presence changes. You carry a quiet authority. People respect you more because they can sense you do not waste energy. They cannot read you easily. They cannot provoke you. They cannot manipulate you. They cannot drain you. You become someone they cannot predict or control. This unpredictability is a form of power in itself. When you no longer respond in predictable ways, people are forced to reconsider how they approach you. Silence also deepens your intuition. When you stop filling your mind with words, your inner voice becomes clearer. You start sensing things before they happen. You feel people's intentions without them saying anything. You read situations with clarity instead of confusion. Intuition is the wisdom of the soul, and silence is what allows that wisdom to become audible. And in that intuition, you realize something even more powerful. Strength is not about overpowering others. Strength is about mastering yourself. It is about being so deeply connected to your inner world that nothing external can disturb your balance. It is about understanding your emotions instead of being controlled by them. It is about choosing peace even when you have every reason to choose chaos. It is about remaining calm even when everything around you is pulling you toward anger. Silence is the training ground for this kind of mastery. At the deepest level, silence reveals the truth about who you are. It shows you what matters to you. It shows you what hurts you. It shows you what inspires you. It shows you what you must release and what you must protect. It shows you the difference between what your ego wants and what your soul needs. And when you understand this truth, you begin to build a strength that does not fade. The world teaches you that strength looks loud. Silence teaches you that strength feels grounded. The world teaches you that strength comes from winning. Silence teaches you that strength comes from understanding. The world teaches you that strength means reacting. Silence teaches you that strength means choosing when not to. And when you finally learn this, you become a different kind of human being. Calm, centered, intentional, powerful, and free. 12. Silence rebuilds the mind, faster than any advice ever will. There comes a phase in life when you realize that no matter how much advice you seek, no matter how many conversations you have, no matter how many people you ask for opinions, your mind does not heal through noise. It heals through silence. Advice can guide you, but silence strengthens you. Words can comfort you, but silence transforms you. People can support you, but silence rebuilds you. There is something sacred, something deeply cleansing, something profoundly restorative about allowing your mind to sit quietly without distraction, without pressure, without demands. Most people fill their lives with noise because they fear silence. They fear the thoughts that rise when everything becomes still. They fear confronting their regrets, mistakes, insecurities, and emotional wounds. They fear meeting the version of themselves they have been avoiding for years. But what they do not understand is that silence is not the enemy. It is the healer. It brings everything to the surface, not to overwhelm you, but to free you from what you have been carrying. In silence, your mind finally has space to breathe. When you stop forcing yourself to respond, to explain, to argue, to be present for everyone, your mental energy begins to return home. You start noticing how tired you really were from constantly thinking about what to say next, how drained you were from trying to please people, how exhausted you were from pretending to be okay. Silence allows your mind to unclench. For the first time in a long time, it loosens its grip on anxiety, pressure, and expectations. This is why monks retreat into silence. It is not because they dislike people, it is because they understand that noise disturbs the mind, while silence aligns it. In Buddhist teachings, the mind is like a lake. When disturbed, it becomes cloudy, chaotic, impossible to see through. But when left still, the water clears, and everything beneath becomes visible. Silence is what turns your mind into that clear lake. It allows you to see your thoughts without confusion, your emotions without running away, your patterns without denial. When you sit in silence long enough, you stop trying to escape yourself. You stop covering your emotional pain with distractions. You stop lying to yourself about what you feel. You begin to understand your own mind from the inside. You see which thoughts are real and which thoughts are fears. You see the difference between your intuition and your insecurity. You see which problems actually matter and which problems are illusions created by your overthinking. Silence does what no outside advice can do. It teaches you to listen to your own wisdom. Advice can sometimes confuse you, especially when it contradicts your inner voice. Silence, however, never confuses. It removes the noise of the world so your intuition can rise. Your intuition is the oldest teacher you have, older than every human you've ever spoken to. It knows what you need. It knows what you are avoiding. It knows where you must go. But you cannot hear it when you are constantly talking, explaining, reacting, or seeking opinions. Silence also rebuilds your emotional strength. When you stop speaking for a while, you stop feeding your emotional impulses. You stop amplifying negative thoughts with words. You stop giving your fears a voice. You stop giving your anger a place to express itself recklessly. Silence teaches you emotional control. It slows down your reactions. It makes you reflect before you speak. And in time, you realize that many things you once reacted to were never worth your energy in the first place. Another powerful aspect of silence is that it repairs your relationship with yourself. Most people live disconnected from their inner being. They move through life reacting to everything outside of them because they have never taken time to understand what is inside. But when you choose silence, when you intentionally withdraw from the world for a while, you begin to reconnect with yourself in a way you may not have experienced since childhood. You rediscover what makes you happy. You rediscover what makes you calm. You rediscover what inspires you. You rediscover your true nature, unfiltered by society, relationships, or expectations. Silence also heals mental fatigue. When your mind is constantly processing conversations, arguments, explanations, social pressure, and external demands, it becomes overloaded. It becomes noisy, restless, and chaotic. You start overthinking because your mind has too many unresolved threads running at once. But silence cuts through all those threads. It gives your mind the break it desperately needs. It resets your nervous system. It slows your breathing. It softens your thoughts. It brings your mind back to a peaceful state where clarity can naturally emerge. In silence, your mental wounds begin to close. Emotional scars soften. Traumas loosen their grip. You begin to understand the origins of your pain. You begin to forgive yourself. You begin to let go of things you held onto for far too long. Silence creates the internal space required for healing to happen. Healing cannot happen in chaos. Healing requires stillness. Healing requires gentleness. Healing requires space. Silence gives you all three. And here is something people rarely realize. The more silence you embrace, the less chaos you attract. When your mind becomes calm, your decisions become wiser, your reactions become calmer, your boundaries become clearer, you stop engaging in drama, you stop seeking validation, you stop attaching yourself to toxic people. Silence turns you into someone who is not easily shaken, not easily manipulated, not easily disturbed. You become someone who moves with intention, speaks with purpose, and chooses with clarity. Silence teaches you the strength of not responding. Not every comment deserves a reply. Not every insult deserves acknowledgement. Not every situation deserves your presence. Not every invitation deserves your acceptance. Silence allows you to withdraw your energy from things that drain you. It teaches you that walking away is sometimes the most powerful thing you can do. It teaches you that peace is more valuable than being right. It teaches you that your mental health is more important than proving a point. And then, as silence becomes a consistent part of your life, something extraordinary happens. You begin to rebuild yourself from the ground up. Not in a rushed, chaotic way, but in a quiet, stable, deeply meaningful way. You begin to think differently. You begin to feel differently. You begin to see the world with new eyes. You begin to treat yourself with more compassion. You begin to live with more presence. You begin to choose peace before anything else. You realize that the person you are becoming is more important than the person you were trying to prove yourself to be. You realize that stillness is not emptiness. It is clarity. You realize that silence is not weakness, it is wisdom. You realize that you do not need to seek answers outside, because the ones you truly need live inside you. And that is the greatest gift silence gives you. It brings you back to yourself, and when you return to yourself, you become whole again. As you reach this point of the journey, one truth becomes undeniable. Silence is not just a habit, it is a way of life. It is a spiritual discipline, a form of inner strength, a shield for your peace, and a doorway to your highest self. Everything you have learned through these lessons leads you to one powerful realization. When you choose silence, you choose growth. When you choose silence, you choose clarity. When you choose silence, you choose yourself. Silence is the space where your mind breathes, where your heart heals, and where your soul expands. It is the environment where transformation takes root. Every major shift in your life, every breakthrough, every evolution, every awakening, begins not in the noise of the world, but in the quiet corners of your inner world. That is where your real strength is built. That is where your true identity is shaped. That is where the next version of you is born. When you stop explaining yourself to people who cannot understand you, you reclaim your power. When you stop sharing everything with everyone, you protect your direction. When you stop reacting, you gain emotional mastery. When you stop seeking validation, you begin to respect your own voice. When you stop talking excessively, you begin to listen deeply, to life, to your intuition, to the quiet wisdom inside you. Slowly, silence transforms you. It sharpens your focus. It strengthens your discipline. It filters your relationships. It protects your emotions. It amplifies your intuition. It reveals your purpose. It aligns you with your true path. You begin to walk differently, calmer, wiser, more intentional. You begin to speak differently, with purpose, not impulse. You begin to choose differently, with clarity, not confusion. You begin to move differently, with direction, not distraction. People may not understand why you became quieter. They may assume you changed. They may say you became distant or detached or unavailable. They may accuse you of pulling away. But what they will not understand is that you finally chose yourself. You chose your peace. You chose your mind. You chose your future. Silence is not isolation. Silence is evolution. It is the bridge between who you were and who you are becoming. It is the cocoon where transformation takes place. It is the temple where you meet your highest self. And when you rise from that silence, even if no one expects it, you rise with a strength that does not need to be explained. You rise with a calmness that does not need to be justified. You rise with an inner knowing that does not need validation. You rise with a peace that cannot be disturbed by outside noise. Because once you build yourself in silence, nothing from the outside world can break what you built on the inside. So move in silence, grow in silence, heal in silence, transform in silence, and let your results, your presence, and your evolution speak in ways your words never could. Your life becomes stronger when no one knows your plans, because your future belongs to your discipline, not your announcements.